going on? How are you?
You got your license and registration with you?
Yes, sir.
Where you headed to? What's
that? Back to Rochester. Yeah, back to Rochester.
Where you headed to?
Rochester.
Rochester?
Yes, sir.
What are you going this way for?
This is not. Okay. Oh. I thought this was.
What's that?
Is this not the way to Rochester?
But you were on 33 when I passed it, and I didn't know if this was a New York vehicle. I didn't see the stickers on it. So then you went down Griswold, but now you're going to back to 33. It's not.
You guys took 3 turns rather than just staying on the right road, the same road that you were on. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a little weird, right? Where are you guys from?
I'm from North Carolina.
Well, welcome to New York. What brings you up to New York?
Just visiting friends.
Coming from?
We're coming back from yeah, we need to pick up a vehicle, but
You're doing what?
we're
Buying a van. Okay.
Why don't you step out for me, man? Come over here and talk to me. What are you? You're a little weird. So, we do this a lot. It's a little weird when we see a car see us and then decide to turn down these backcountry roads, as beautiful as they are, and then divert back to the same road that they're on. You know what I'm saying?
I see how you could think that.
Well, I mean, it usually results in felony drug arrests, guns, warrants, that kind of stuff. We do this all the time. So, whose car is this?
I believe it says.
How do you know him?
It's my friend.
How long have you known him for?
Not terribly long.
How long is not terribly long?
A couple months.
How'd you guys meet?
Internet.
Do you have ID on you?
I do have an ID, yes.
Do you mind if I get your ID? So you just met this guy on the internet a few months ago, and now you guys are buying a van together?
Yeah, I'm buying a van, and he came up here.
That's your ID. Thanks. Is there anything outstanding with your ID?
No, I've got nothing.
Okay.
oh, that's actually a bow.
Yeah, I know. Who shoots it?
He does.
He does?
I've never been really good at bows.
Oh, no? Were you guys coming from a bow shop?
No, we were coming from the van thing.
Oh, you said you were going to buy a van. Where were you looking for a van?
Batavian.
You were buying the van?
Yeah, it's my van.
Did you purchase it?
Yeah.
But you don't have the Facebook Marketplace thing?
It's on his Facebook Marketplace.
Okay. Do you have any texts or anything to substantiate this?
I don't have any on my phone.
Okay.
I had to get it picked up and towed to Batavian Automotive.
What kind of van was it?
Chevy Express van, gray.
Gotcha. You're buying an express van?
Yeah.
Is there anything illegal inside of the vehicle? No large amounts of money?
I wish I had large amounts of money.
Any firearms in the vehicle?
Nope.
Any narcotics in the vehicle? Okay. Do me a favor and just hang out here for me.
You shoot elite? Oh, it's not your bow? Oh, whose bow is it?
It's just his stuff.
It's his stuff? He just told me it was yours.
It's probably nervous.
Why would he lie about who shoots the elite bow? Well, that's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just our friends.
From way back? How far back?
I'm bad with the time.
Yeah. Years?
I'd say so. Give or take.
Oh. How'd you guys meet?
Just random stuff.
What's random stuff?
It's hard to say. I mean, it's
Meet
been
him in a bar? Did you meet him through a friend?
Actually, we've never been drinking together. But
You just meet together through a friend, like a mutual friend, or
I mean, it was a mutual friend, but we haven't seen that guy.
gotcha.
He was an okay guy, but, you know.
What are the bolt cutters for?
Are they in the background?
Yeah.
My backpack.
Okay.
Hey, how come you said that was his bow?
Because it is his bow.
He said he's never. That's not his bow. He said that's your stuff.
Which bow?
The elite, right there on top.
What's your name? There are two bows in there.
Yeah, but I specifically asked about the elite. He said he doesn't shoot a bow.
What's
Trying to get out from the van?
Is there anything illegal in the vehicle? No firearms? No large amounts of money?
Oh, I'm broke as shit.
Any any narcotics in the vehicle?
That will be ability to
Actually,
do
no.
if they want.
I will say this: your guys' stories are completely different. Yeah, it's a little weird, right?
Understandable.
How is that understandable?
No, I mean, no.
Typically, when a motorist is in a vehicle with a passenger who they claim they've been friends with for years, they should have the same story.
No, I mean.
167.
So you understand that it's weird, right? Yeah. So why is there such large discrepancies in your origins, destinations, and relation to one another?
My memory's not always the best.
Right. Aren't these bolt cutters in your bag here? That's your bag, right? You're going to plead the fifth? Okay. Well, you've already done so much talking, and you have a completely different story than he does.
Good.
See what I'm saying? It's a little weird, right? Okay.
Copy.
Why are you lying to me?
I don't. I'm not good with those.
Okay, but being not good with those and saying that there's property in your vehicle that belongs to somebody else, and then that person says, no, it's not mine, it's his. That's weird.
Or I have reasonable suspicion to believe that there's a crime being committed here. Typically, in my experience, doing interdiction work, whenever there is such large discrepancies between passenger and operator of the vehicle. I mean, he says he's known you for years. You guys met through a mutual friend. You guys don't see that guy anymore. He said you met him online. What's his name? Okay. Well, at this point, I'm going to detain you, and we're going to get a drug dog out here. Okay. All right. So I need you to put your phone down. Can you leave it running? It's all being recorded already, so you can do whatever you want with it, but you're going to put your phone down. Okay. Do you have anything illegal on your person? Any weapons other than that knife? I'm not going to go in your pockets. I just want to make sure there's no weapons.
Except the knife on my wallet, and I've got a vape. That's all I got.
Okay. I'm going to pat you down for weapons. I'm not going to go in your pockets. So spread your legs for me.
Sure. Yep, no problem.
This is getting a little weird for my taste. I'll put your wallet back in your pocket so that you can put your phone in your pocket here too, okay? Turn the car off and step out. They have two completely different stories. And now you guys have a bag with bolt cutters, right? It's a little weird. And now he's claiming you said it's his bag. He pleads the fifth and doesn't want to take ownership of it. Is any of this shit stolen?
No, I'm more than happy to let you guys go through it. I mean,
Okay.
I just think this is probably a very intimidating situation for people who don't have a lot of experience with officers. But
Interesting. Well, originally you had said, I don't know what you initially told him, okay, but what you told me varies very differently from what he told me. In our experience doing this, mostly drug interdiction work, both the adverse reaction to our presence, okay, well, let's not bullshit each other here, okay? You guys knew we were coming for you. You guys went south and then west and then back north. That's 3 turns. You didn't use a turn signal, which is indicative usually of someone trying to make a hasty turn, back to your original route of travel, okay, which is the most direct route. Fastest way is a straight line, right? So from there, you guys pull over here.
And I'm more than happy to let you guys go through
Okay.
it. I'm not trying to hide it.
At that point, I'm just letting you know where we're at here. At that point, you guys say you're going to purchase a van.
On the way back.
On the way where? You're on the way back from purchasing a van, correct. At that point, I ask him to step out of the vehicle. He says he's only known you for a few months, met you online. I ask him what your name is. He pleads the fifth. What's his name?
I'm not sure if you're comfortable with me getting that.
Well, I have his ID in my hand, so I know who he is. Do you know who he is?
Yeah.
What's his name? Oh, okay. I mean, I guess you do know his name.
No, I apologize for
Well, I mean,
I'm trying to work in his comfort zone as well. Like,
sure, but you are also entitled to answer whatever questions that you would like as well, given that you're the operator of this vehicle and in control of anything that's inside of it. So, again, your story doesn't line up with his. I started to ask him further questions. He invokes his right, the Fifth Amendment. So, at this point, I have reasonable suspicion to believe, based on my experience, usually when this occurs, almost to a textbook, there are narcotics in this vehicle. However, given that there's a load of things in which neither of you guys are owning up to, because he said these were yours. He said he doesn't know anything about these are yours. So if he's your friend, he might be throwing you under the bus here, bud. So what is yours?
there's a lot of stuff in there. I can open the door. And
is the bow yours?
I mean, I guess so.
You
yeah.
guess so. See how that's a little strange?
I mean, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just not very.
Okay.
It's nothing against you personally.
Is the bow yours? That's a simple question.
I mean, it's not stolen, but it's a very recent thing from a friend.
It is. Okay, so you.
May I please?
Go ahead.
Not to interrupt you.
No, you're right. Go ahead. I apologize for interrupting you. Go ahead.
It's nothing personal. I'm more than happy to let you go through the vehicle. Nothing in here is stolen, and there's no drugs here. I'm not worried. I can bring a dog out, but I'm nervous about talking to the police, not because of any wrongdoing, not because I think you're at your job, so you're great, but I mean, at the end of the day, you are here to make arrests, and I'm just not super confident with that. It's nothing you've done.
Sure.
But you do understand where I'm coming from, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm more than willing to cooperate, more than happy to let you go through it.
I will say this. We stopped thousands of cars between him and I, and 99.9% of the time, it's, hi, how you doing, where you coming from, where you going, no nervous behavior. They present their documentation, we give them a warning and send them on their way. That 0.1% usually results in instances like this, the discrepancies, right? The differentiation between his story and your story. And those typically result in someone going away in handcuffs. That is why we are taking the precautions that we're taking, and we're at the juncture that we have reached. What do you got?
And I do. I've been nervous before. I've been pulled over by police before, and I've been nervous. I didn't lie to them, right? So when someone's lying to me, that says to me, okay, there's something that I'm hiding that I don't want them to catch.
You understand
right?
what I'm saying?
No, I do understand.
Okay.
I'm more than like I've said, I apologize. I'm more than happy to let you guys go through anything.
Okay, and we'll get to that. What I want to talk about right now, where did this stuff come from?
Well, a lot of it is stuff I own. I'm considering moving to New York, and so that's...
You brought this with you from North Carolina?
Well, a lot of it, not the bows, but a lot of it is from North Carolina.
So where did the bows come from?
Better
said
yet,
you
where
bought 'em-
are you staying, and how long have you been in New York?
Right now, I'm sleeping in the car.
Okay. How long have you been in New York for?
What's that?
Today's Saturday. So 2 days. It's the 19th.
I thought today was 17th. I think I've been here for about a week or two.
Okay. Have you been staying with him? You guys like in a relationship or something? You just don't want to come out and say it? Because we don't really care. I mean, we're afraid that some of this property is stolen or there's narcotics in this vehicle. I don't know what your guys' relation is.
Right. And luckily, since none of that's true, it's very easy to cooperate.
Okay.
Because that's not a concern of mine. It's just, I don't know. Always been, it's nothing against you guys. It really isn't. I've just always been uneasy around police. Not because you've done anything wrong, but...
Okay.
It's not because I'm doing anything wrong.
So whose bag is that?
Which bag?
The bag in the passenger seat.
His.
It's his.
But yeah, you can go through it.
Okay. He's saying it's...
female that used to reside
Well, he pleads the fifth, and he doesn't want to
He allowed her to go over.
Okay, so he's saying that's not his bag. Can I go through that bag?
Apparently he's refusing to leave now.
And there's nothing illegal inside this vehicle that we're going to encounter. Because if there's not, then this will be the extent of our interaction in our separate ways.
Yeah, there genuinely isn't.
Whose Bible is that right there?
Mine is.
Cool. Do you want to just open it up and flip through the pages for me?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Sorry, mine's like a little. I just don't want the rain to get on.
Sure, absolutely. Seen a lot of stuff hidden in Bibles.
I believe it just because of TV shows and all that.
Yeah.
That's weird, right?
Those are super weird. Where the hell are you guys actually coming from?
That's weird.
We're actually coming from Batavia. We're actually like
Where were you at in Batavia?
near Batavia Automotive. I told you near Batavia Automotive.
What were you actually doing?
Hey, where have we seen this before?
Yeah, possession of burglar tools is a crime. So them in and of themselves isn't necessarily illegal, but say one thing in this car is stolen, then you get stuck with it because he's not talking.
Oh, yeah. Nothing in the car it doesn't work.
Or is it just not reported stolen?
It's not stolen.
Do you own a rifle? Yeah. You don't own a rifle? Does he own a rifle? Okay, would there any reason those would be in your glove box? Is there a gun in the car?
Shouldn't be? You live in this car. I feel like you should know if there's a gun in the car, right?
So why do you have rifle rounds in your car if you don't have a rifle?
Because he does own a rifle.
But he doesn't live in this car.
Well, no, but he
Does
doesn't.
he have a rifle?
With the right to stop at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand each
I
of these
plead the
rights?
fifth. I want a lawyer.
Okay. Do you understand each of these rights?
I understand and I plead the fifth, and I want a lawyer.
Okay. Now that I've advised you of these rights, are you still willing to answer my questions?
I plead the fifth. I want a lawyer.
This stuff's stolen, man. Be straight with me. You have flashlights, you have prying tools, you have bolt cutters. Well, I can see this stuff, huh? He just lawyered up. Why would he lawyer up?
Do you mind if we look through the rest of the vehicle?
Got flashlights.
I don't know anymore. I mean, I
know anymore.
Go through the front, but at this point, I feel like
I think we have enough for burglar tools at this point. I mean, your story keeps rapidly changing as well. Now there's ammunition, which you purchased at a firearm store. It's just getting a little weird, you know what I'm saying?
Monroe County, see if they've had any burglaries today. We have burglary tools in the vehicle, and we have some compound bows. Nobody seems to know who they belong to.
more than happy to take it out, let you look at it, let you do anything you'd like to that bow.
Okay.
Yeah, would you like me to grab it?
Sure. Can we, I mean, we kind of got caught up in the middle of this. There was a lot of questioning going on. If nothing is stolen here, can we finish looking through the car and get you guys on your way?
Nothing's stolen. There are no drugs in the car.
Okay, so can we look through the vehicle? To alleviate our fears and end this interaction.
I'm just one thing. It's going to sound fucking petty. One thing I'm worried about, and I told you. A lot of that's my possessions. You see, there's a lot of scattered clothes in there. If I take it all out for you,
We won't have to pull it all out, just look around it. You'll be surprised some of the cars that we see. I can't, like, coerce you, and I'm not going to. It's a simple yes or no question. Can I look through the rest of the vehicle?
I mean, I'd rather you didn't. There's nothing stolen. There are no narcotics. But if
You're the 100th car.
I may. I make the argument that it's not a question of self-incrimination as much as it is. There are multiple videos about lawyers, many people recommending, don't talk to police, don't talk to police. Not because
Are you, other than your turn signal back here, did you do anything wrong? You didn't do anything, nothing criminal? Other than a simple traffic violation back here, right? So why would you not talk to police if it's something as simple as a traffic stop? Yeah.
I can tell you absolutely. It's because it's nothing against you guys personally. Again, I don't want you guys to take this.
You can stop saying that. I don't care. I don't take it personally.
Is there a rifle in this car?
I plead the fifth.
Is that 7.62 yours?
I plead the fifth.
Okay. Where in the car would it be?
I plead the fifth.
Fair enough.
I plead the fifth.
Comfortable back here? You good?
Plead the fifth.
Can I get you anything?
Plead the fifth.
Yeah, the rifle hunts. You're scared.
He says the rifle that is in the vehicle is yours.
So there is a rifle in here. You just told us there was. What do you mean you
That's scared.
What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
He's scared. What do you want him to say? Say anything
God.
to be okay. He's probably terrified.
He seems fine. He seems like he's not concerned about anything.
He's in cuffs.
You seem a little more nervous than he does. He said the firearm in the vehicle is yours, as well as the backpack in the front seat.
So, balance issues.
Sure. So is there... He's alleging there is a gun in the car.
Okay, what's the deal with a gun? Are you not supposed to own a gun? Is that what's up? Like, are you on like felony probation? Have you been arrested for something that you're not supposed to own a firearm? Is that what this is all about? I just don't. I'm done. I don't want to beat around the bush anymore. Okay, why won't you? What's the deal with the gun? Why is it that you don't want to tell us anything about the gun?
I think he's just scared.
So you're saying that absolutely no way, shape, or form there is a gun in this vehicle. There is not a gun. Okay.
No, sir.
Who'd you buy this car from? Let's just say that.
It was just Craigslist. It was a long time ago.
These plates come back to a Ford Focus.
Okay.
The VIN comes back registered to you
Yes, sir.
on a Nissan Sentra. But it should have different plates. PU something.
Yeah.
Did you switch the plates at some point?
This plate doesn't come back to this car.
So we're probably going to have to tow the car.
So where did this place?
I thought that was my plate. I'm not under any... I haven't touched the plates since I got the car.
So is this what you were so concerned about?
It's not New York fine.
Okay, well there's no 30-round mag attached to it, right?
I'll go with New York, John K. Frank, 7186, JK House, 7186, 5
Copy 200.
Did you just buy this?
Oh, no, it's not just been a while, but I just never used it.
You just never used it?
What is it?
Is it yours? Are there 30-round mags with it?
Say again?
Are there 30-round mags with it somewhere?
I would have you'd have to check the box. If they're there, they're in there. If they're not there,
Right there. Where did you purchase a gun from?
I've met it for
Did you buy it in New York or no?
not yet. I can't imagine it'd be easy for a North Carolina resident to buy.
Did you buy this today? What's the
No, you
7.6?
didn't buy
Yeah,
it.
what's the 7.62 ammo for then?
Well, I told you guys, it's not for this rifle. It's genuinely for a rifle that someone else owns.
So do you have a place to stay? Like if you're leaving tonight, where are you going?
Really, that depends on. I'm confident I could get a couch tonight. That doesn't really worry me. But I would just need to make some texts, send some calls just to see whose couch.
Sure. Okay. Is there like a group that you're a part of in this town, or linking up with?
I would be more comfortable answering that after I talk to a lawyer, but I can definitely say that lawyers are good.
Okay. So you just gotta understand. For me, like, if from North Carolina, I would argue that people don't leave the Carolinas to come here for the weather, nor would they come here for like job opportunities. Just living here, like raising my family, whatever. It's kind of odd to me.
Right. That's more than fair.
Yeah, and I feel like there's more to that story. And you said this is a one stop along the way. Like, do you have any other, aspirations of going elsewhere?
Well, I mean, I guess I would like to travel, but I wasn't really thinking about that, keeping that in mind with that statement. I mean, I want to check out New York, too. I mean, bottom line is, like you said, I haven't been here.
Sure.
I can't really know what it's like. And I've really liked the snow so far. I got tired of the ice pretty fast. But I mean, yeah, it is nice. And, I already have friends. I mean, it's not like I move into some random state and,
Sure.
Absolutely nothing.
Like, he was kind of giving some attitudes, some FUs to the officers. Like, what's he about?
He's a good guy.
Good
Really.
guy?
Good person. I'm sure he is a good person. And I don't really think there's much more I could go into that he'd be comfortable with, just because, even if he's not doing anything wrong, it would feel like, how do I say this? It's not that you guys aren't about justice. I believe you're trying to do the right thing always. But as someone who's not in law enforcement, someone who's maybe heard one too many crime documentaries, it's not about what really happens, it's about how it looks. He's a good person, he doesn't break the law, but doesn't mean I feel comfortable talking about him without him being present,
Like before you got stopped?
Well,
Where's he lives east, right? East of here?
if I knew directions, I could tell you.
So, do you know what city he lives in? And I'm getting this from, the report, but
All right.
I know he lives like in the Rochester area. You're kind of west in Batavia right now. And then to the west of us is Buffalo.
Davis, the west of Rochester.
Correct.
Okay, thank you. I'm doing my directions. Thank you.
Yep, so, and, you're not too far, but it's a good half hour, 40-minute drive.
That's not too far. Yeah.
Maybe like an hour from where he lives, right? On the east side of Rochester. So what brings you out this way?
We can talk about that another time. Nothing illegal, I promise.
Okay.
I really would not mind talking to you more, but we've kind of started getting into specifics on why I may or may not be here. You can understand why I'd be a little hesitant about that, about lawyer, right?
Sure. Okay.
It's not that I'm not willing to cooperate, not that I'm not willing to answer questions, but there's a thin line between what a lawyer would recommend versus not. At the end of the day, I'm sure you're good people doing the right thing, but...
So you're saying that you'd be willing to kind of talk about these details if a lawyer were present with you?
I would feel more comfortable if I had my attorney, public, what have you, with me. We talked a little bit just to kind of know the difference between helping you and hurting me potentially. Not from any wrongdoing, but you understand.
Yeah.
I mean,
that you feel like I could actually talk about without.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you a lot of stuff that I'm kind of filtering out at this point because it sounds like you're going to want your attorney for those questions.
Right. Again.
Like, I'll tell you what I want to know, like right out front. Like, I want to know where the gun came from, right? I want to know where you were going, what you were doing, what were the plans for tonight.
Right.
I want to know more about and any of his friends here in town.
Right.
I'm going to be here for a long time, and this is what I do. And although they might not be committing any crimes, like if they're going to pose a threat of violence to the community or have plans to, commit some kind of force, against public property, whatever, I want to know about it. So, if you have that information, I would appreciate it.
Oh, I more than understand. I mean, I don't think anyone here wants anything like that to happen. No one wants people to get hurt. No one wants, well, you're counter-terror, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, no one here likes terror. I mean, I hate to say the obvious, it is objectively a bad, immoral thing, speaking as a Christian, personally. But, yeah, again, it's not that I don't want to help you, but my situation right now is I'm in cuffs.
Got it.
And I would like to, I guess, not sleep here, or I want to help you, but I want to help you in a way that helps both of us.
Sure. Get it.
Yeah.
You guys have anything else?
My understanding goes, they're in sealed packages. They're obviously brand new. It's not like you're running around with loaded magazine with a weapon. I get it. You just got it somewhere. We just attended a gun show, and they were everywhere. You could buy them, in the package, outside the package, and I guess that's all we're looking for is if you buy it at a gun show, if you buy it from a private citizen. There's so many private sales go on. I mean, it's nobody's business, but like I said, we were just curious as to what do you got at a gun show, or what do you got from a private citizen at all. It's new, obviously, but that's just kind of information. And I understand, as it relates to your charges, but that's kind of where our curiosity is. And after you spoke with your lawyer, and your lawyer let you know about these charges that you've been charged with, and none of us have anything to do with obviously those. The sheriff's department here. That's completely separate to what we're talking about.
You kind of shed light on. Sorry, I want to make the most of this talk, right? Like,
I understand.
I drove like an hour to get here, right?
Rip. Sorry to hear it.
So, can you give me any info about this? I don't know how you not willing to share how long you've been here, how long you're staying. Can you give me any info that you think would be important for me to know about Rochester?
I don't think there are any immediate concerns. Like, I don't think there's anything that's going to pop up in the next day or two before talking to a lawyer that would actually give you cause for concern. At least, not to my knowledge. Mind you, my very limited time here, but
Sure.